Y'all hear that?
Yeah, sounds like a door.
We ain't got the time.
$2 minutes, that's it.
Look like somebody been here. Probably Yanks.
Who knows? Yanks all over the place.
Got a job to do, fellas.
Let's go, fellas.
put the pistol on the ground. If you don't do exactly as I say, I have no problem shooting you, Missy. Now, you back up slowly and sit down on those stairs. You know, if you're trying to look like a man, you got more work to do. Now, there's some things I'm going to do to you that you may not like. But if you scream or try to run away, I'll kill you.
Got any food?
A little bit. Tell you what, you let me do my business and don't give me any trouble, I might give you some.
I reckon I ain't got no choice.
Now, that's a mighty clear line of thinking, Missy. Just so you don't get all surprised on me, I'm gonna explain what we're about to do.
Shouldn't we put a stop to this?
One more minute. We might not have to fire our weapons.
So now that you've been enlightened,
Would you look at that?
Looks like you picked the wrong Missy to mess with, didn't ya?
What's your name, young lady?
Maria.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Charleston.
He ain't got his rifle. I'll go get him.
What are y'all doing? He's getting away!
Nah. This gonna get loud.
I surrender. I surrender.
Once the major gets started, kind of hard to stop him.
Okay, Major. I think every Yank in the state knows we're here.
Hey, Major, I think his arm's still attached.
Not anymore.
Young lady, go get your pistol and come with us.
There's some kind of problem over there?
Don't know. Ain't no working out a deal for you.
What is that supposed to mean?
They're putting together an offer.
Well, that clears up absolutely nothing.
Here they come.
Young lady, we've seen what you can do.
Did y'all come up with something?
We want you to be a part of Band of Rebels.
What now? I ain't part of no army.
Don't have to be. Just to name my group.
You mean just you three?
There's one more member, but he's not here. He's still back fighting.
Wade Hampton the fourth.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
General Wade Hampton's son.
Okay, well, good for him, I guess.
Only the greatest general that ever lived.
Uh-huh. I'm sure they all feel that way.
We're a part of Hampton's Legion.
So this band of rebels is a part of this legion?
Well, no.
Officially, we don't exist.
Well, I'm not sure I want to be part of something that doesn't exist.
We hit the Yankees behind enemy lines, where it hurts the most.
I like the idea of causing the Yanks pain.
We all got different talents.
Kind of like you with your hand-to-hand combat.
So what's your talent?
I'm the best with a scattergun this side of the Mississippi. Meet Jawbone.
You named your shotgun Jawbone?
Yeah. Yep. When Samson was surrounded by the Philistines, he picked up the most unlikely weapon he could find, the jawbone of an ass, and he slayed 2,000 Philistines. So, when the war started, I picked up what I had available, my trusty old 12 gauge, and went to war.
Well, you got the ass down, Pat.
Okay.
Well, I'm the fastest horseman you ever see, the best sharpshooter, and I like to make stuff explode.
What about you, Major?
I don't want to talk about it. Who taught you to fight like that?
Well, I used to help my pa run a saloon in Charleston.
You okay?
I'm sorry. My pa was killed by the Yanks this morning. So, anyways, my pa and I ran this place in Charleston, and French and English sailors would come in every day. The French had this thing called sabotage. It was all this fast and crazy kicking stuff, and the English combined it with boxing.
It could be useful. The fact that you're a young lady could be very useful.
What exactly does that mean?
Get us in a lot of places.
A lot of places that'll be difficult for us.
Well, gentlemen, I got nowhere to go, no offers, so if you want me to join this group of yours, I'll do it.
Good. We still got a mission to do tomorrow.
What mission is that?
The Yanks are building a pontoon bridge.
And we gotta figure out how to destroy it.
How close you think we can get to it?
Not close enough.
I think I have an idea for that. You still have the dress I asked you to keep back for me?
It's in my saddlebag. I'll go get it for you. Besides, I gotta relieve myself.
I don't even want to talk about what he does.
Major just like me. He's been with General Hampton the whole war.
He believes in the cause.
He recruited every able-bodied man in his entire family. All his brothers and all his cousins.
Now, he's the only one left.
He's always been a real good soldier.
Like I told you earlier, Once he starts killing Yanks.
He can't stop. Oh! Whoa! Woe is me! The Yankees done burned down my house and left me and my family nothing to live on. Pity a poor country girl, won't you?
What kind of twisted nonsense is this? Boys, go take care of her and get her out of here.
You're gonna have to leave, ma'am.
We're not gonna hurt you.
I am only a poor, wayfaring stranger, trying to find her way in the world. Have you gentlemen come to take me to that faraway wonderland where never a care shall be? Hey, I'm performing here. Thank you, kind sirs. You've been a wonderful audience.
Oh yeah, good timing, Ferris. I got a whole batch ready for you. And it looks like you got that good cloth I wanted.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Got it right here for you. Kept it dry.
I bet you had a lot of customers for my special brew.
Yes, my best seller.
I hope you're not drinking up all your profit.
No. I do save a swallow back here and there. Just remember how good it was. What you want for this batch?
Gold coin.
Well, you usually want to trade in good.
I'm gonna be needing some cash now. Paper money ain't good no more. I want gold, but I will take silver. You know my white lightning's worth it. Of course, if you don't think you can get it.
Oh, I'll get it.
I bet you will. Well, look who finally found their way back to my swamp. Good to see you, fellers. Who's the filly?
Her name's Maria. William, Major Toombs need to get back to our unit.
Finding some warfare?
Yeah, we're making a stand on Broxton's.
If that doesn't work, we'll have to fall back to Rivers Bridge.
It'll take a little while, but we'll be back.
You're a city girl. What's your story?
Yanks over in our place. Got no family no more.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's happening too often to too many good people.
We also gonna need some trading, Mama Thorne.
I got everything you need.
You mind her being here for a few days?
City girl, anybody staying with me has got to be useful. What are you good for besides disguising yourself?
I can fight.
Darn good at it.
Don't need no guns for my kind of fighting.
That's good. You know, a lot of men are useless when they run out of bullets. You look strong. I'll find out soon enough if you're smart. Stay with me a while. I'll show you how to survive.
What does that mean?
This swamp out here is a treasure that most people can't see. I know how to use things that grow here in ways that city folk wouldn't believe.
Watch out, Maria. She is a witch.
Is that true?
You can call it that if you want.
What happens if I don't stay?
You don't learn.
good for building their firewood.
No. Willows here, they're healing trees. You harvest the bark in the spring when everything's green and the sap's rising. And you always take from the limb, never the trunk.
What for?
You chop up the bark and you can boil it up into a tea. Relieves pain and helps the body heal. Best if you can add honey. But if you can't make it into a tea, you can always just chew on the bark.
Doctors use morphine and laudanum.
Morphine and laudanum are made from opium. That comes all the way from China. That's hard to get now, and it's real expensive. That's why the soldiers trade with me for my remedies.
Bet they don't work as good.
No, they don't. But my willow bark don't muddle your mind like that stuff does. And I can get all I need out here.
You do have a lot of trees.
I do. And they all have their uses. Swamp wood is the hardest wood there is. So it's best for making boats because it don't rot. And you always want to make sure you got a sharp knife on you. You never know when you're going to need to cut something or someone. But never, ever take from a living tree when you can just as easy take from a dead one. Round here, there's always plenty of firewood on the ground, real easy to take. You do know how to make a fire.
I never had to learn that.
You will now.
Wade, what do you think our options are?
Well, at the moment, we don't have many.
Where on earth do you think Joe Wheeler's men were during all this?
They've been out there fighting, Pete, but General Wheeler's still assembling his units.
I've heard that for a long time. How long do you reckon this is going to take?
He'll be ready in Aiken.
I hope so. I really do.
I'm sure you're going to be pleased with what they're planning.
I'd like nothing more than to outflank Kilpatrick and kick him in the butt so hard that all he can see is brown, and send him packing back up north to his mama, sore ass and all.
It's the way of the earth that predators kill other animals for food. And we are predators, but don't ever kill anything you're not going to eat. And you want to use the entire animal, the skin, teeth, feet. All creatures have their medicine, especially the bones. Bones are very powerful, and they can tell you a lot if you know how to read them.
Does it bother you when people call you a witch?
I've been called a witch, root doctor, herb wife, medicine woman, conjurer. Just adds some mystery to what I do.
Well, how long have you been out here doing this?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
I might.
I don't know if I even believe it myself. Out here, you don't measure time in days or even seasons, but in lifetimes. In the lifetime of a deer, spider, gator, they're all very different. They each have their own cycles, but they all come together to make one big spiral.
Folks I know, they're always worried about time. And the day ends before anything they want to do gets done.
That's the way of man now, but it wasn't always the case. It's best if you think of time like a river. It just flows on in its course, like it's been doing for thousands of years, no matter what's happening around it. Ain't no sense in worrying about time. You know all those rich folks with their fancy things? They ain't got any more time than you or I do. And out here, life's got a beauty and a magic that those folks will never know.
company! Get ready! Handle again!
Wade, we kicked Kilpatrick, and we kicked him good, didn't we?
We sure did, Pete. His head was getting so big he could hardly stay on his horse.
And we need to thank Joe Wheeler a lot for this. We owe him one.
His boys tore it up, didn't they?
Yeah, he's heading for Columbia, hopefully to do more of the same thing.
Yes, sir, but Sherman's forces are already joining Kilpatrick. We need reinforcements.
There's no way we can match the sheer numbers that Sherman has.
So, now there are no reinforcements, just my men and Wheeler's cavalry.
Soon, very soon.
Pete, I request to leave so I can attend to my affairs and my family in Columbia.
Granted, but brief is the key.
Understood.
I've heard a lot of rumors about a rogue group of our boys making strikes behind enemy lines, but with no authority from us.
Yes, I've heard about this group.
Do you personally know any of these men?
Only, vaguely. Just what I've heard from the men.
Same here, but without our authority, I've got questions as to whether or not we should allow this to continue.
Well, they are effective.
Okay. So what do they call themselves?
From what I understand, it was originally a band of Confederates, but now I think they call themselves a band of rebels.
Your band will be back for you soon. I'm glad those boys realize how valuable a woman is.
Yes, ma'am.
But they ain't like the regular army. They're going to want to be sneaking into places without the Yankees seeing them. That's something I can help you with. These are chicken feet. See, I stained them black with walnut juice, so they're just like the cover of darkness. Now, they can't stop a bullet. Ain't no magic can do that. But you carry one of these when you go into enemy territory, you'll get where they need to be. The warriors have returned. I hope it was a productive trip.
It's a mess. We're headed to Columbia.
Kilpatrick is headed that way.
That ratbag. He'd set a family's home on fire just to light his cigar.
Sherman's whole army's headed that way.
It's time for me to join back now.
I think that's a good idea.
She turned into a witch yet, Maria?
You'll find out.
She's a very good apprentice. She learns quickly.
We need to get going as soon as possible.
Yeah, not sure what we'll find in Columbia.
My father has invited us to Millwood.
What's Millwood?
Big plantation.
How do you expect her to get there?
We got a horse for her back with the others.
Do you have any idea what you're getting into?
Nope. I'm ready.
Take these with you. You'll need the chicken feet. You'll probably need some willow bark, too.
Gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you before we invited the ladies in.
Sir, any news on the Yanks?
Yes, and it could be better. Quite simply, the enemy is at the gate.
How close, sir?
Really close. They're right across the river.
Do you and General Longstreet have a plan?
Yes, we do. We're going to combine the forces of General Longstreet and myself and hit the Yanks with a smashing blow.
Sounds like a good idea.
Long time coming.
Stop them dead in their tracks, right, General?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen here in Columbia.
Ma'am, how much longer do you think they're going to be?
Well, it's soldier business. It could be a while. We have work to do in the meantime.
What kind of work?
Young lady, I thought you were a young man when you first walked in here. Now, I understand that these are dangerous times, but before you join the General and I for dinner, you are going to be dressed accordingly.
Well, apart from what I'm wearing right now, I've got a house dress in the saddlebag. Now, I cleaned it, but it's old.
Oh, nonsense. I've got other ideas, if you have a few minutes.
Sure.
Gentlemen, I leave tomorrow for a meeting with General Longstreet.
Where's the meeting?
Right outside of Augusta.
That's a little tricky to get to.
You want to provide security for you?
No, I do have a favor to ask, though.
Certainly, sir. Anything you need.
Would you please safely escort my family out of the city?
Not in directions towards the Yanks, I imagine.
You imagine correctly, Lieutenant.
What do you think the Yanks are going to do, sir?
If they did like they did in Atlanta, they'll probably burn our fair city of Columbia. And I'm afraid they'll also burn our home.
Wade, we're coming in now.
All right, fellas, mind your manners. The ladies are coming in. Stand. So this is Maria. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, young lady.
Likewise, sir.
I must apologize that dinner's a little late. This happened sometime since we lost our longtime housekeeper.
She did run a tight ship.
Yes, she did. Since we have a few minutes, so, Maria, can you tell the General and I a little about yourself?
Well, I'm from Charleston.
Oh, I love Charleston. What did you do there?
I ran a saloon with my pa.
I see. And where is he?
Our condolences, Maria.
Thank you.
Let's move the conversation to a lighter place, shall we? Maria, what new and exciting things have you done lately?
Well, while these fellas went off to fight, they dropped me off with the swamp witch.
What now?
Her name's Mama Thorne. She's a witch, lives in the swamp.
Does she?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how nice of these gentlemen to do that for you.
What exactly were you thinking, Captain?
Mama Thorne has been very beneficial to our field hospitals. Ever since the Laudon's been gone, her remedies have helped a lot of soldiers.
You see, Mary, she's contributing to the war effort.
I noticed since I was a little thing.
Dinner's almost ready.
Thank you. Just a couple more minutes. So, Maria, in addition to finding yourself a good husband, where do you see yourself in the future?
I think I'd like to find my own swamp and find my own way. I think I'd like to raise gators.
Okay. I think I'll stop asking questions now.
I think it's a good time to say grace. Please bow your heads. Lord, thank you for bringing us together safely tonight.
Come on up, warm yourselves, men. You're quiet tonight, Sterling.
I'm not sure I see the point in all this burning.
I concur with the lieutenant, sir. What we have here are the fires of perdition that will lay the groundwork for hatred against us for 100 years.
What's the matter with you two? Are you going soft on me in the middle? Well, gentlemen, I'm following the orders of our commanding officer, General Sherman.
I want him dead, I want him destroyed, and I want him out of our lives for good.
I'm assuming you mean General Kilpatrick.
Yep. Look what he did to Columbia. Beautiful city. Look what he did.
Columbia's my hometown. I agree with you fully.
So how do we do this? I imagine he's going to be headed north sometime soon.
General, we don't have that kind of manpower.
I don't want to hear any more of this nonsense. This band of rebels, I want them here for a meeting.
I'm unsure of exactly where they are now.
Well, then get me a representative. I want to move forward on this, and I want to move forward on this right now.
General Longstreet, this is Lieutenant Tootin and my son, Wade Hampton IV. They represent this group we've been talking about.
Well, Wade IV, my condolences. Apparently, your father only has a vague memory of who you are. Well, apparently, your father's impressed with your group. And from what I've seen, your father's not easily impressed by anyone.
I have to agree with you on that, sir.
Well, you just keep on agreeing with me, and we'll get along just fine. Lieutenant Tootin, I imagine General Hampton has filled you in on why I want you here.
Yes, sir. You want Yankee General Kilpatrick, good and dead.
Yeah, I want him shot, cut up, blown up, burned up, whatever has to be done, but I don't want him to even be adequate buzzard bait.
We got someone in our group that would love to do that.
General Longstreet, do you have an update on Kilpatrick and his men?
As a matter of fact, I do. He's left Columbia and he's headed towards North Carolina.
We don't have much time.
Sir, we have a plan I think will work, but it's a little unorthodox.
Well, hell, Lieutenant, your whole group's unorthodox. Do what you gotta do.
Yes, sir. We can get right on it.
So, General Longstreet, does this mean you're endorsing the band of rebels?
I endorse anything and everything, whatever it takes, to rid the world of this execrable, blowhard Yankee bastard.
Lieutenant Sykes.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the progress secured in the headquarters.
Some of the best troops, sir. Very dedicated.
General, these ladies you've been telling us about, when are they due to arrive?
Throughout the day tomorrow.
Looks like tomorrow night's gonna be very busy for all of us.
We can only hope.
Good then. Gives me time for a rest, but McBride, I don't want to be disturbed after 9 p.m. unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yes, sir. Duly noted.
So, Colonel, tell me more about these ladies.
Well, we made it this far. Yeah, thanks to Mama Thorne.
I don't know about that.
You gonna pull the ranks off?
I'm not. I don't think they're expecting any Confederate troops here, regardless of rank.
Y'all want to go over the plans again?
You ready, Maria? You're critical to this.
Right, so my story is I'm the General's niece. He hasn't seen me in a long, long time, and I got some personal paperwork for him.
You think he's got a niece that he's never met? He's from Kentucky. They've got family trees that goes for miles up there.
So you just think you're gonna mosey on in?
The soldiers don't want to make the General mad. After all, I'm family.
You still got that gun the Major loaded for you?
Yep, tucked in a pocket in his dress. And press the barrel right up against the General so his shot gets muffled.
Good. That way you don't alert the whole place. At least not right away.
What if something goes wrong?
If Kilpatrick comes out and not Maria, we're moving in.
This is a very risky arrangement for you, young lady.
Sergeant, life has become risky, hasn't it?
State your business.
I'm here to see General Kilpatrick.
So your family.
Yes, I am. Is he available?
I'm sorry, young lady, but the general is already retired for the evening.
Well, that's disappointing.
It is. However, we've been instructed not to awaken him until tomorrow morning.
And I'm sure the General will be disappointed as well.
What's going on here, Private?
Sir, this young lady says she's related to the general and wants to speak with him.
Please explain yourself, ma'am.
Yes, I have important information about my father's estate. Information that would benefit the General. Financially.
Take her to see Colonel McBride.
Yes, sir. Right then, you'll find Colonel McBride on the lower level. You'll have to go through him to speak to the general.
I can follow protocol.
The colonel should be downstairs momentarily.
Yes, miss. Can I be of assistance?
Yes. Are you Colonel McBride?
I am.
Good.
And why did the sentry let you in?
I am Angelica Kilpatrick. I'm General Kilpatrick's niece, and I would like to have an audience with him.
I think that is going to require further explanation.
Well, certainly. My father, the general's brother, died in the fighting, and his estate has been tied up in legal affairs for some time.
Please continue.
But these affairs have already been sorted out, and it has been determined that Hugh Judson Kilpatrick, your commander, will be receiving a large portion of my father's holdings.
I just have one question. Why didn't your attorney send a telegram to the general?
That's a very good question.
And it begs a very good answer.
Well, my father made some investments for the general. Investments they both wish to keep private.
A well thought out story. But there's just one small problem. I don't believe a word of it.
I can assure you, Colonel.
You can assure me all you wish. Now, who are you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No, sir, none.
None? Then what do you call that pistol you have in your clothes?
How did you know?
I didn't. Now, you will remove it and put it on that table over there. And one false move, and I will not hesitate to put a bullet between those pretty eyes of yours. Do we understand each other? The Derringer, the weapon of an assassin. Now, I will ask you again, and you will answer my questions. Who are you? Why are you here? How many are with you? And what is their relationship to this house? I'm not a very patient man, dear lady. I'd suggest you answer.
You won't be needing to know.
And that means... Oh. So that's how you want it. I'm a gentleman and can accommodate a lady. But I must warn you, miss. Before the war, I was a champion boxer. I fought and won matches all over my home state of New Jersey.
Thank you for the information.
Most welcome. It's a shame to ruin that pretty face of yours. I've seen kicks like that before. New Orleans, two drunken frog sailors fighting over $1 war.
everything quiet around here with me? Right as a graveyard, sir.
What about the young lady?
There's a young lady here? There weren't supposed to be any women here until tomorrow.
Sir, she said she was a relative of the general, and Captain Borman instructed me to let her inside. And you did? Yes, sir, I followed orders.
She said she was a niece.
Well, it won't hurt to check.
And you boys haven't heard anything?
Not a thing, sir.
Well, I imagine they'd come down when they're finished.
Yes, sir.
Did she say what you wanted?
No, sir.
You boys keep your ears peeled.
Yes, sir.
Who the hell are you?
Sorry to disturb you, Uncle Judson. I'm your niece.
My what? Girl, come over here so I can get a better look at you. I've never seen you before in my life.
I have credentials that will verify my story. Let me get them for you.
I'm waiting. Girl, stand up and hand that to me.
Hey, let's make this sound like something, Bubba.
Friends of yours out there, I suppose. How many of them out there, girl? Talk to me! How many are out there?
Over 100.
Damn! 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 Damn!
See, bad? Real bad. How about take over to the forces? And be careful.
What you gonna do, Major?
I'm gonna stick around and see if I can find anyone else to kill.
I am Colonel Michael Seamus McBride of the Army of the United States of America. Whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
None of your damn business, Yankee.
Then I shall call thee Judas, an appropriate name for a traitor.
Hell no!
I'll take it.
Hey, Bear.
Oh, God, this hurts. Oh, God. Oh, God. This hurts.
Lay still, young lady. You've been shot. It's gonna hurt a lot worse if you don't stay still. That bullet's still in there.
There's a bullet mark in my bag. Get it.
I'll get it.
Please get it. What happened to you?
The general shot me. I might have got him, but he definitely got my arm.
Oh, he got me too.
He run off like a scared rabbit into the woods.
Looks like y'all found a piece of trouble there, son.
This ain't so bad. But Maria, she ain't doing so good. Looks like you're pretty empty.
Yeah, I got rid of that moonshine for Mama Thorne.
I don't suppose you saved any for me.
Yeah, I might have held back a drop or two.
Ferris, where you headed from here?
I'm gonna get back down to Mama Thorne and see if she brewed up any of that shine for me.
Maria here needs her help bad.
Where's she hit?
Good shot. Ain't good.
Well, I don't mind, but it seemed like y'all get there a bit quicker than me.
We ain't headed south, Ferris. The Yanks are thick, real thick. 2 of our boys have already headed out to meet with the general. We're gonna try to catch up with them.
Be careful. Load her up.
her, Ferris?
Gut shot, Mama Thorne. Bullet's still with her. It ain't good.
I can take care of her. What happened to the rest of her band?
Well, they knew better than to come this way. Not with all them blue coats around.
I don't blame them. You know where they're headed?
Sound like off to another fight.
This war has got to be over soon. Too many people are suffering. Looks like you're still eating good.
Well, this war's been good for my business, and yours too. I've got that gold and silver coin you asked for.
You know I don't charge for healing, so I gotta get something somewhere.
Yeah, you got any more of that fine beverage brewing?
Well, you're in luck. I just got some started to ferment for you.
Well, this looks like as good a place to camp as any, at least till it's done brewing.
Okay, why don't you go shoot us something for dinner?
All right, sounds good.
City girl, I'm afraid we're gonna have to do some surgery. Be right back. This is my best brew. Have some. A little more. Okay. Now, you just bite onto this. If you're lucky, you'll pass out. Hold on, close your eyes. Hold still. Hold still. How's it feel standing up like that?
A little twinge, no pain. Thank you, Mom.
You're a strong woman, Maria. Where do you think your people went?
Up further north, I'm guessing. I guess they don't consider me part of their band anymore.
I don't know about that. You know, they got soldier business, and soldier business is what they got to take care of. You know you couldn't have traveled with them anyway. But I bet they'll be down for you as soon as they can.
Hope you're right.
Well, now that you're feeling better, I'm going to have to be away for a while myself.
Can I come with you?
Not where I'm going.
Well, what happens if someone else shows up?
If they come for healing, you know what to give them. Only other person who should be here is Ferris, that river trader. I got a whole new batch of brew over there for her.
I'll keep an eye on it so no one steals it.
I would appreciate that. He'll be bringing more flour and sugar and coffee for you. But for now, you just keep drinking that tea I made you. You got a little more healing to do. And you want to be ready when your boys come for you.
What'll happen then?
I wouldn't recommend staying around here. Take this. And don't travel on the main roads. You'll be fine.
Report to me, soldiers.
Last time we saw Kilpatrick, he was running through the woods for his life.
In the middle of the night, in his underwear.
But none of you saw him dead. Well, at least humiliation and embarrassment is some consolation. I imagine he had pretty tight security around him.
Yes, sir. They're all dead.
General Hampton, what's our next move?
Some of our units are already heading north. The idea is to amass all available forces and make a powerful stand in Bentonville.
I got orders from General Lee, and I quote, "Concentrate all available forces and drive back Sherman."
Well, what do you want to do with us?
You want us to rejoin our unit, sir?
Listen up and listen closely. What I'm going to tell you is in the absolute strictest of confidence.
That means don't tell nobody.
If this event in Bentonville does not go our way, I want you and your group to rendezvous with the train. It'll be number 1230 southbound out of Richmond.
What would be on this train, Pete?
Every ounce of gold in the Confederate treasury.